Hi beautiful people, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. It's great to have you in my little corner of YouTube where we speak all things adulting, faith, and lifestyle. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That red button must turn gray. Give this video a massive thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below what you enjoyed about today's video and what other videos you'd like to see. Share this with anybody and everybody who you think might need it, and last but not least, hit those notification bells so that you do not miss another video. So without wasting any more time, let us get straight into today's video. I couldn't speak there because I haven't had coffee yet. Like, I literally just made my first cup of coffee because I can't function without coffee. But we'll talk about it. Let me just have it so that I can wake up just a little bit. Okay, so as you guys can tell by the title of today's video, we are speaking about my daily non-negotiables. These non-negotiables are basically the rituals and practices that I do on a day-to-day basis to help me build the life that I want to build. A lot of people on my Instagram and on my WhatsApp and all of that will always say, "Oh, Rory, you're so disciplined. I wish I had your consistency. I wish I'd, read as much as you did." These things are, built from daily progress that I make every single day. It's not like I woke up one day and was able to exercise every single day of the week and, function at the high level that I function at and all of that stuff. I learned these things throughout my life journey, whatever you want to call it. It's not something that I learned overnight. The person you want to become will not come overnight. The person you want to become comes with the daily practices that you do on a day-to-day basis. I don't want to call them rituals because rituals sounds religious, and I don't want to play in playgrounds that I do not want to find myself fighting in. So the practices that I do on a day-to-day basis have made me the person that I am today and will continue making me the person that I want to be in the future as well, right? So you need to be extremely intentional about what you do on a day-to-day basis in order for you to become the type of person that you want to become. I've said this before in one of the very first I'll link it up in the little tag things here. In one of the very first videos I created on this channel, I said that you have the power to create the type of person you want to be. You don't have to sit around and find yourself and discover yourself and go through a phase of discovery. For me, I'm very adamant on creating the type of person you want to become. And some things come innately and they come naturally. Others you have to work and teach yourself to become, right? So a lot of the things that I'm going to speak about today are things that I've taught myself. Some come naturally because of the type of person I naturally am, but some things that you really want to have as part of your brand, which I'll speak about very soon as well. It's a video I'm planning with a guest very, very soon. But essentially what you want to be known for and the type of person you want to become is built up of, it's an accumulation of what you do on a day-to-day basis. So without rambling, I'm going to get into a few of my daily non-negotiables that I will not go a day without doing. Non-negotiables means it's not, Rory, you're tired today, maybe tomorrow. These are my daily non-negotiables. Come rain, come sun, come high, come low. These are what I do on a day-to-day basis. So let's get into the first one. So the first daily non-negotiable is to get at least 5.5 hours of sleep. I know this is way below what science says to get 6 to 8 hours of sleep and whatever, but unfortunately I have such a packed schedule. I literally work 5 million jobs. I run a foundation, I work in consulting, which is 5 jobs on its own. I am also a YouTuber, content creator. I do so much. I'm still maintaining relationships. I'm still maintaining friendships, and all of that jazz. I, minister, all of that. There is so much on my plate that 6 hours is a very good night. So at least 5.5 hours. My alarm rings at 3:30 every single morning for me to get my day up and running. I think there should be a morning routine video on this channel. I think there is. So if there isn't, I'll make one, but I'm quite sure there is. So anyway, so I get at least 5.5 hours of sleep a night. I really, really try my best to do that, because if I don't, I won't be productive throughout the day, and I won't be able to get everything that I need to get done. As you guys heard, I have a long list of things to do. If I don't get that sleep, I won't be able to get those things done. So 5.5 hours of sleep at least. Sometimes I try and push it on weekends to at least 7 hours, but my body clock has kind of already been set, like around 3, 3:30, latest 4 o'clock. My body is already waking itself up. So yeah, that's that. So that leads me to my second non-negotiable, where I try to get into bed at 9:30, latest 9:30 every single day. On a bad day, if I'm working till late, 10 o'clock is what it is. But latest 9:30, I'm trying to be in bed so that I can wake up at 3:30 with at least, the minimum hours of sleep that I need. So that is the second non-negotiable. Listen, I don't even play when it comes to my sleep, guys. I am that girl who is 24 but sleeps at the same time that her grandmother does, and it's okay. I'm really fine with it. It's okay. People judge me all the time because my age mates sleep at like 11 o'clock. I do that, yes, if I have to, if like work is crazy, but if I can help it, and if I'm in control of my day that day, and the day is not in control of me, I always make sure to try and be in bed by latest 9:30, so that by 10 o'clock I am falling asleep. The third non-negotiable, which is the most important one, I don't know why I only put it as the third one, but the third non-negotiable is spending time with God on a day-to-day basis. This involves praying. This is my Bible study. This is worship. These are the three, praise and worship. These are the three things that I do on a day-to-day without fail, day-to-day basis, to not only draw myself closer to God, but to invite him into my day. And I try to get this done in the morning so that he can walk before me throughout the day, inviting him into the day to say, Lord, go before me, guide my footsteps. If I woke up in a bad mood, he's, like worship has this thing and prayer has this thing where it can change your mood instantly. Lord, I woke up feeling horrible today. I'm PMSing, or I saw something on Instagram that made me angry, or whatever it might be. Lord, please heal my heart so that we can go on with this day in a great manner. So inviting God into your day is extremely important. And sometimes some mornings are better than others, where I'm able to read through like entire chapters of the Bible, but sometimes I just read my devotional on my Bible version app, on my YouVersion app. Yeah, it's a YouVersion app, on my YouVersion app, and sometimes that's what I can get into the day. But regardless, it is a non-negotiable, without fail. Inviting God into your day every single day is what it is. And on the days where I go to the office, as much as I'm not a fan of going to the office, the one thing that is a highlight for me when I go to the office definitely has to be the praise and worship on my way to work. Listen, there's a reason why I don't drive with anybody. There is a reason why I love driving by myself in the car, because that is my time for praise and worship. I blast my music on the highest volume setting I can put it on, and I just sing out my lungs to God, and give him the glory that he needs, and that he requires from me, and that he deserves. He's so worthy of all the praise and all the worship and all the glory and honor that we give him, and that is my time. You see, me, That's why I don't even mind being stuck in traffic, because me and God, then I will even cry. I think people who drive in front of me think I'm a crazy person, because I'm the girl lifting up my hands. I had this one time where there was this guy driving in front of me, and he actually waved, thinking I was greeting him. I was raising my hands in praise and worship. Baby boy thought I was greeting him, and he thought I was shooting my shot. It was hilarious, because then he changed lanes and opened his window trying to say hi, and I was just like, that's not what I was doing. I was just praising and worshiping, yo. So yeah, praise and worship, spending time with God, reading my Bible, and praying each and every single day. And praying for me isn't just in the morning, it's throughout the day. When I'm busy with my work and I don't know what I'm doing, Lord, please help me. Lord, help me, please, to remember this thing. Lord, if I can't find something in the house, Lord, please help me find this thing. Lord, please help me understand this work. I don't know, I've never done this task before. Lord, please guide me, please guide, my thought processes and all of that. So it's a daily thing for me. It's not a thing where I sit for 30 minutes in the morning 24/7 praying. For me, it's throughout the day, day to day. I cannot get through the day without praying. It's the daily it's I don't want to call it a steroid shot, but it's a steroid shot for me. It's what makes my muscles keep growing and keep me going every single day. The next daily non-negotiable for me is to make my bed. As silly as it sounds, I make my bed as soon as I get out of bed every single morning. And this is for the reason that if I can do this tiny, minute task, how much more can I do throughout the day? It's a discipline thing for my mind to say, you've got your first task done. Well done, Rory. And also, it keeps the place tidy, which is great because I struggle to function in untidy spaces. So it keeps your place tidy. But for me, it's a discipline thing and a mindset thing to say, if you can do something this small, you can do even greater things as the day progresses. I know it sounds silly, but I think there's even a book about making your bed. I think it's more important than we think. Making your bed is extremely important, guys. It's literally setting your mind to say, we've done one task, well done, let's keep pushing for the next one. If you can do this one, then you can take a shower. If you can take a shower, then you can write your to-do list. If you can write your to-do list, then you can wash the dishes. If you can wash the dishes, you know what I mean, like, it's literally the first task of the day. And I say task because for me, praying and worshiping and stuff in my bed before I get out of bed is not a task. For me, it's a privilege. So my actual first task is to get out of bed and make my bed. It's extremely important for me. It might not be for everyone, but that is for me. The next daily non-negotiable, I keep saying the next because I can't remember what number we're on, but is drinking water. So I used to be a caffeine addict. I used to drink 4 to 5 cups of coffee every single day, and it was bad. So I broke that addiction. Thank you, Jesus. I broke that addiction, and because of that, I've had to drink more water than I used to in the past. So water not only keeps me full because I don't have enough time to eat as many meals as an ordinary person does, or rather I don't make the time, whatever it is, it keeps me full for longer, but it also helps me clear my skin. It helps me with my body because it keeps me full, so I'm not eating as much as I should. But definitely my skin, all of you guys that are always asking, Rory, please, skincare routine. I'm not a beauty influencer, so I'm not gonna give you guys a skincare routine, but water is a major contributing factor for me. And it also keeps me alert because I've limited myself to 1 cup of coffee a day. On a really bad day, 2 cups of coffee, but 1 cup of coffee a day is it for me. And 99.99% of the time, I only drink 1 cup of coffee now, which is a massive improvement from the 4 to 5 cups of coffee I used to drink before to just 1 cup a day. I am super proud of myself. That is an addiction I never thought I would be able to break, but here we are doing the most, and water has been something that has helped me break that addiction. The next daily non-negotiable is something extremely obvious to all of you. I don't even know why I am saying it, but is working out. Working out for me is my zen. The effects that praise and worship have on me, that's how like working out for me is as well, knowing that I'm glorifying God with my body. And I say like I'm not saying this to shun anybody that doesn't work out, but if I can work out with scoliosis, with a skew spine, and you are sitting on your couch watching my vlogs of me working out, you need to rewind and reevaluate your life. And I don't work out for, you know, the six pack and the whatever. Yes, those are great after effects, but for me, working out is for my mental health. I work in a very fast paced, very stressful environment. Management consulting is not cute, and you need some sort of release, you need some sort of coping mechanism, and working out is that for me. I love working out to the point where sometimes on the days where I can't work out, I feel horrible. I'm just like, Lord, Lord, why was today so busy that I couldn't work out, you know? So I really tried my best to work out on a day-to-day basis, and 99.999% of the time I get it right. I think Sundays are the only days that I give myself that leniency, except if I'm doing like a monthly challenge or something. But working out for me is extremely important for my mental health more than anything. Yes, you guys see the physical effects of it, but for me, it's the mental health effects for me that are extremely important, especially because of the type of work that I do. You need to find some sort of release. If you are in any stressful work environment, investment banking, consulting, equity research, whatever it might be, you need some sort of release, and working out for me is that release, even if it's at least 15 minutes a day. At least if the day is that crazy, literally switch on YouTube for 15 minutes. Chloe Ting has so many 15-minute workouts. Growth Joe has so many 15-minute workouts. They're not sponsoring any of it. They don't even know I exist, but I'm just plugging you guys with those things because just to release, guys, just to release. Sometimes I go in the morning and then the day gets so hectic and I get so overwhelmed that I have to do another workout during the day. So during my lunch break, not that I have a lunch break, but I'll give myself a lunch break at some point when I start shaking, and I will then work out again, even if it's just for 15 minutes. Something very light, very low impact, doesn't have to be hectic. But if you are sitting down watching me right now and you have a straight spine, with me with this scoliosis that works out hectically, obviously with the allowance of my doctors and my medical team. I don't do anything outside of what they give me allowance to. But if I can go that hard, please don't tell me anything about you not being able to work out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. No. That's all I'm going to say. No. And I'm not saying this to shine you. I'm just saying you need to move your body because it has long-term effects as well, where you will probably not have arthritis as bad as someone who didn't, or the sclerosis, multiple sclerosis. Like, you are strengthening yourself by working out every single day, or at least 3 times a week. Let it be something. Anyway, I can talk about that forever. So let's go on to the next one. The next one is to reset and tidy up my place. Like I mentioned, I cannot function in an untidy space. So I really do try and just, if I don't have the time to actually wash the dishes or clean, let me at least pack things away, put clothes where they're supposed to be, put things where they're supposed to be, pack the dishes properly so that when I do have time later, I can wash them. I make sure to always make sure that my space is in a decent manner for me to be able to function, because I can't. I feel like I'm going crazy if my space is untidy and filthy. I can't. I genuinely can't. I struggle to work in a place that is untidy, that is filthy. and all of that jazz. So that is my next, or one of my daily non-negotiables as well. Okay, so my next non-negotiable is one that I mentioned earlier on as well, but it's my skincare routine. I really take pride in my skin, and this comes from a place where I had really, really bad skin growing up. Like, I had really bad skin until I think I was in matric, and it started in like grade 4 or 5. I had such bad acne. It When I say my self esteem was so low for many years, it's because of my skin. I think my mom is the only person that really knows how much it affected me, and she really did the most to try and help me get out of that space. Because, yeah, my mom, listen, we tried everything, but my skin was so bad until like matric or first year. So I take my skincare routine very seriously, both my morning and my evening. From the serums I use to the moisturizers I use, the cleansers, the toners, all of it, I take that extremely, extremely seriously. And like I mentioned, I'm not a beauty influencer, so I'm probably not going to be able to sit and show you guys what I do every day. But morning and evening without fail. Yes, with the help of water, yes, with the help of the Jesus glow as well. But I take my skincare routine extremely seriously, and I guess the effects are helping, or are great, because a lot of people ask me what I do with my skin. I'm able to walk out every single day without makeup on, and people think I'm wearing makeup, and I'm just like, no, guys, I just did my morning skincare routine or my evening skincare routine, and I kept it moving. So yeah, I take that extremely seriously. It helps me with my self-esteem, and it also helps me when it comes to any type of confidence that I need. I'm able to sit in front of you guys, and I got ready in less than 5 minutes because I didn't have to do my makeup. And that's probably why I actually hate wearing makeup, because for the longest time I wanted to wear makeup for so long to hide my bad skin. But now that I've got it to a point where I can listen. I'm not hyping myself up, but I'm just saying. I'm at a point where I don't need makeup and I don't want to wear it, because what am I hiding? What am I hiding? I used to have a reason to want to hide things on my face, but now I'm just like, listen, you worked so hard to get your skin here. Why would you hide it? So when I say I'm wearing makeup, it's mascara and eyeliner, and that's about it. And lip gloss. That's why it takes me like 25 minutes to get ready in the morning, because that's all I do to my face. Anyway, so the next one is to-do list. I've mentioned this one in a previous video before, but I am a very structured person, very organized, but I also have a very bad what's the word, memory. So if I don't write things down, they're not gonna happen. If I don't write it down, forget about it. Literally, I will forget about it. So I'm big on to-do lists. Not only does it help me remember everything that I need to do for the day, but it also is a very big accomplishment when you're able to say, I did this, scratch it off the list. I did this, scratch it off the list. The day is almost over, scratch it off the list. I did the dishes, scratch it off the list. Like, I'm recording this video at, what's the time now? At 8:30 in the morning, and I've already scratched off almost 6 things off of my to-do list. And the one thing that has definitely helped me is prioritizing my to-do list. And I do this by splitting up my to-do list into different segments of my life. So there's the work, which always comes first. It's what keeps the lights on, and then it's my personal stuff, and then it's the foundation stuff, and then it's things for church, like running the Instagram page and all of that stuff and all of that jazz. So I like segment them in order for me to prioritize in each segment what is most important for that day. Working out and praise and worship and reading my Bible is always at the top of my list for my personal one. When it comes to my work one, it's always things that have the biggest to-do list, how can I put it, the closest due dates, rather, let me put it like that, closest due dates, but also items that are extremely important, that have, you know, a lot of work that needs to be done, especially if it's a task that I'm doing by myself. When it comes to the foundation, are the financial statements up to date? You know, is everything submitted to SARS and to CIPC and all of that stuff? You know, that's how I get that stuff done. Is the poster for the next drive done? If not, you need to get it done soon so you can start getting donations, you know, so you're able to prioritize your tasks based on each segment of your life. So I am big on to-do lists, massive, and I'm old school. I write it down. I love the feeling of on my paper, you know, scratching it out on my paper is extremely important for me. Anyway, I am speaking a lot, but the last daily non-negotiable for me is reading. Whether this is reading an article or reading a book, I prefer reading books, at least 5 to 10 pages of a book. Sometimes I don't get a chance to read, so that's why I'm saying at least 5 pages of a book. Like this, the last month or so, you would have noticed on my Instagram, I haven't been finishing books as quickly as I was before, because it's been a crazy month at work, and a crazy month from a foundation point of view as well as from a church point of view. So I haven't had enough time to read, and on weekends when I do have time, just a little bit of downtime, I really just want to laze around and do nothing. So I've been doing the bare minimum when it comes to reading, but a day will not pass if I have not read an article or read at least 5 pages of a book, something that will teach me something. I'm big on learning. Every day is a school day, and if I haven't learned something that day, I need to go back to the drawing board. So that is definitely a massive non-negotiable for me. You need to read. You need to keep your mind active. You need to learn daily. You need, guys, I don't think you understand the effects of reading. Reading is extremely important, especially for the health of your brain as well. You know, people that read find themselves having a healthier brain even in their later years in life, as compared to someone who didn't read. Instead of scrolling on Instagram, and this is someone who is always scrolling on Instagram, instead of scrolling on Instagram, take that time to read an article instead. Take that time to read a book instead. And if you struggle to actually read the pages of a book, some people have a Kindle, some people listen to audiobooks or whatever, or you could substitute this with a podcast. You'll still learn something with a podcast as well. I just don't have that attention span, so I really struggle with podcasts. I used to listen to podcasts a lot when I used to live at home, when I used to take walks and I didn't have access to a gym. But now that I have access to a gym, I listen to music more than I listen to podcasts when I work out. But podcasts are also really, really good. People like Mel Robbins. She's the only person that I can hype up right now. But there are so many other podcasts. Let me know actually if you guys want a podcast video about the top 10 podcasts that I listen to, because I do listen to them, just not as much as I used to. But I do have a list of go-to podcasts that I listen to as well. If I'm on the road and not praising and worshiping and making people feel like I'm saying hi to them, then I am listening to a podcast as well. So yeah, so these are my top non-negotiables daily. Every single day, these are the things I do to build the type of person I want to, you know, create and become in the future. Someone who is productive, someone who is known for their love for Christ, someone who is known to be productive, someone who has structure in their life, someone who gets things done and is a reliable team member. These are the things that I put in place in order for me to be the type of person I want to be. Someone who is knowledgeable, someone who knows the latest trends on whatever I need to know, regardless or depending on what project I'm working on. You know, that's the beauty of consulting. You're learning something new every single day. But that's the type of person I want to be known for and the type of person I want to be. And because of that, these are the non-negotiables I have in place. And these will continue to change as I grow. If I become a mother one day, that's a big if. If I become a mother one day, or if I become a wife one day, these non-negotiables might have to change, because these are very selfish, and these are, for me right now, in this phase of my life. So you need to alter your non-negotiables to whatever phase you are in your life at that moment in time. So you don't have to take everything, you don't have to take any of them, but just know that you do need to have daily practices in place that will create or help you create the type of life you want to live, and will help you develop yourself into the type of person you want to become in the future. And with that, we've reached the end of today's video. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share this with anybody and everybody who you think might need it. And with that, with so much love and so much light from me to you, have an amazing rest of the day. Stay safe, and God bless. Bye, guys.